Monday Night Raw kicks off with Jey Uso. He reiterates that he's happy to be on Monday Night Raw and out of the bloodline. He gets interrupted by Kevin Owens, who tells Jey that he is now on The Kevin Owens Show. He tells Jey that there are a lot of people in the locker room who hate him for the things that he did when he was a part of the bloodline, and that Jey has a long way to go before he earns Kevin's respect. Further interruption comes from Judgment Day, who stand up for Jey and tell Kevin not to treat him so poorly. Damian Priest makes it clear that Judgment Day respect Jey and want him to join the faction, citing Dominic as a success story that should make up Jey's mind. There was supposed to be a tag match between Judgment Day, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, but Sami is not here, so Jey Uso says he will step up to the plate and team with Kevin Owens. Owens accepts and Jey superkicks Dom as the quick brawl sees Jey and Kevin hold the ring going into the match. The match is fast-paced. Jey nails a tope to both Judgment Day members. Kevin hits a fisherman's buster from the second rope to Finn, but Priest breaks up the pin. Finish comes when Jey accidentally superkicks Kevin and gets thrown to the outside by Priest. Balor hits the coup de grace on Owens for the win and the Judgment Day celebrate. Jey Uso tries to help Kevin Owens, but he storms away, and then backstage Jey tries to apologise, but Owens is angry, so he tells Jey to go find his new bloodline in Judgment Day and to dye his hair purple. The Miz is here for a rematch with Akira Tozawa. Miz wins easily. He says his balls are massive and hits 3 skull-crushing finales to win and give him some momentum heading into his rematch with LA Knight this Friday on SmackDown. Imperium are here to celebrate Gunther breaking the record for the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion in history. Kaiser introduces Gunther and he comes down to the ring, which has a podium, some pillars and of course some fireworks. Gunther says the previous holders of the title did nothing for it and he elevated it to new heights. He also says that he's running out of competition and gets interrupted by Chad Gable, I guess proving Gunther's point. Gable talks about their match last week and how it was a banger, but he came up short and that made his family cry, but that motivates him to push on and be the guy who will take the title from Gunther. It's a very emotional, passionate promo from Chad here. Gunther says Gable is a terrible father for making his kids watch him lose, and Gable lashes out at Gunther but gets beat down by the Imperium lads. Otis makes a save and throws Vinci and Kaiser out of the ring, but he gets dropped by Gunther. Imperium retain control, but out comes, yep, you guessed it, Tommaso Ciampa with a steel chair to chase the heels away. Xavier Woods goes one-on-one with Drew McIntyre. Drew hits the Claymore for the win after a pretty good and quick match. Cody Rhodes is out next for a promo. He wants to talk about Jey Uso, but is quickly interrupted by Dominic Mysterio and a bobblehead. Oh wait, no, that's JD McDonough. Dom says he is glad Jey has come to Raw because he thinks Jey will join Judgment Day. Dom plays with Cody's tie, so Cody hits him. JD and Dom try to beat down Cody, but he throws JD out, hits Dom with a Cody cutter, hits JD with a crossroads, and finally hits Dom with crossroads. All without ripping his suit. Very impressive from the roller coaster. Backstage, Drew McIntyre tells Jey Uso that he doesn't trust him and doesn't think he can stand on his own 2 feet. Jey tells him to pull up next week, setting up a match between the two. Seth Rollins is here, or is that Sully from Monsters Inc? Sully cuts a fiery promo before saying he's here to fight because he's a workhorse champion and challenges Nakamura once again to a title match. Naka's music hits, but nobody comes out. Instead, we cut backstage and Naka's beating up Ricochet. He's living my dream slapping that baldy around. Shin rejects the challenge tonight, but says he will take Seth's title eventually. Seth is clearly disappointed in his big rug coat. It's the Alpha Academy and Tommy Ciampa versus Imperium in a 6-man tag match. Big sexy Otis nails the caterpillar, showing off his pelvic thrust. One word comes to mind and it's meat. Gable hits the Chaos Theory on Vinci, but Gunther breaks up the pin at 2. Gable gets the ankle lock on Vinci, and Gunther tries to save his lad, but Ciampa locks in the Gargano escape and makes Gunther watch Vinci tap out as the faces win a banger match. Raquel Rodriguez is out first as she challenges Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship. Highlight of this one sees Rhea hit a frog splash and a shout out to Dominic, definitely not an Eddie Guerrero tribute. Rhea tries a cannonball off the apron but gets caught as Raquel slings her into the announce table before hitting a Tejana bomb on the apron. As Raquel gets back in the ring, she gets attacked by, yep, you guessed it, Nia Jax. Nia Samoan drops Raquel and returns her to the ring where Rhea hits the Riptide and pins Raquel to retain the title. After the match, Nia attacks Rhea and uses her fat arse to hurt Rhea. Surely that's the insinuation, is that she's fat if she's using Yokozuna's moveset. We go off the air with Nia standing tall. Rant time. We have all been critical of Rhea Ripley's run as women's champion because the stories haven't been detailed and the matches haven't been great. So who thought it was a good idea to bring back a terrible actor and the worst wrestler of all time to feud with her? Not only that, but Rhea is meant to be a heel, but so is Nia, so it's heel versus heel. But realistically, Rhea will get cheered, which I don't think WWE want right now. I hate Nia. She's the worst wrestler I've ever seen, and her return is officially the worst tragedy to ever occur on September 11th, and you can't tell me any different. They did what to the Twin Towers? What do we say to Triple H for bringing back Nia Jax? The highest goal scorer in Premier League history sums up my thoughts.
Fuck off.
Thanks, Alan. Thank you so much for watching my review of Raw this week. Please show your love and support by liking the video, subscribing, and leaving your comments to say what you liked about the show, what you didn't like about the show, and what you think I can do to improve. Hopefully y'all stick around, and I'll see y'all next time.